Okay, so hi guys, and welcome to our English class. So we are going to be looking at a review. That means that we're going to talk about all the grammar that we have learned for the topic of food. So food has been very interesting. We know that we started by talking about street food. So street food, when you go on the streets, usually when you travel to another country, you will see people selling foods on the street. We looked at action words to do with food. So to cook, to eat, to serve, to buy, to make. Then we looked at vocab. We learned lots about fruits and vegetables. And we looked at nouns. So if we have singular or plural, and whether it's countable or uncountable. We used words like some, any. And then we went to the markets. We know now how to ask how much do we want of something? How many do we want? We know how to say a bottle of, a packet of, a slice of, a bag of, a glass of, a kilo of, a tin of. So we know how to use words like that. Then we looked at food labels. So we know when we buy something, it has some information on the package. We know how to read it and understand it. Then we went to the restaurant. We know now how to order food in a restaurant. And then we also looked at writing recipes. We know how to share a food from our country with someone, to tell them how to do it exactly. So then we went back and looked at some more vocab for fruit and vegetables. And that's what we've done. That was Unit 5, all about food. So today, let's just make sure we understand the grammar with everything that I just talked about. So yes, let's get started. So we are in our grammar review. So can you remember the words for these types of food and drink? Are they countable or uncountable? Now let's remember some of our rules. Countable means that you could say like 1 apple, 2 apples, 3 apples, 4 apples, 5 apples. That's a countable noun. So apple, the noun apple, is a countable noun, because I could say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 apples, 6 apples, and usually you'll put an S, like eggs, 1 egg, 2 eggs, 3 eggs, 4 eggs, or lemon. Lemon is a countable noun. 1 lemon, 2 lemons, 3 lemons. Capsicum is a countable noun. I can say 1 capsicum, 2 capsicum, 3 capsicum. Now, uncountable means I cannot put the S, plural, to the noun. I can't say, 1 rice, 2 rice, 3 rice. I must say a bowl of rice. Orange is in juice. I can't just say one. I have to say a glass of orange, or 2 glasses of orange, or 3 glasses of orange. And cheese. Cheese is an uncountable noun. I don't say 1 cheese, 2 cheese, 3 cheese. I have to say 50 grams of cheese, 200 grams of cheese, 500 grams of cheese. So we have to separate the nouns which are countable and the nouns which are uncountable. So remember, we have many uncountable. We also have rice, flour, orange, cheese, wine, milk, tuna. These are all uncountable nouns. Okay, so that's the difference between countable and uncountable. So our question is eggs. Is that countable or uncountable? Countable, because I could say that's 5 eggs. That's countable. I can count. Count means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can count 1 egg, 2 eggs, 3 eggs, 4 eggs, 5 eggs. Rice. Uncountable, because I say it's a bowl of rice. Or if you're ordering, can I please have 3 bowls of rice or 3 serves of rice? And hi, Min. Lemons. Countable. 1 lemon, 2 lemon, 3 lemons. Orange juice as a glass, not the fruit, it's uncountable. So I say 1 cup of orange juice. Can I please get 2 glasses of orange juice? 3 glasses of orange juice? Okay, how about if I say capsicum? It's countable. 1 capsicum, 2 capsicum, 3 capsicum, 4 capsicum. It's countable. And if I say cheese, uncountable. For example, that is 200 grams of cheese or a block of cheese. So if I want, I could say, can I please have a block of cheese? Or it doesn't, how many grams? 500 grams of cheese, a kilo of cheese. Okay, pretty simple. Then we looked at using how much and how many. But let's look at the rules first. Now, how many do you want is used for countable nouns in the plurals. So for example, we know apples is a countable noun. So how many apples do you want? Because it's plural. How many apples do you want? How many bananas do you want? How many lemons do you want? Okay, so with countable nouns in the plural. Okay, so you could say apples. So bananas. Whatever countable noun that we have to make sure it's in the plural. Apples. And all you say is, how many apples? How many bananas do you want? Now, we can also use how many for uncountable nouns. But we must put the grams or kilos in front of it first. So, for example, how many grams of rice do you want? How many kilos of sugar do you want? How many kilos of flour do you want? So can you see that these nouns, they are uncountable. There is no S, but you must put these words before it. Maybe tin. How many tins of something do you want? How many glasses? How many cups of something? How many grams, kilos? How many packets? How many bottles of something do you want? How many bags of something do you want? How many slices of pizza do you want? Okay, so uncountable nouns, we say how many. So we say how many for both countable nouns and uncountable nouns. But just be careful of the rule. Now, we only say how much only for uncountable nouns. So like, how much rice do you want? How much sugar do you want? How much flour do you want? How much sauce? How much money do you want? Yeah, even though it's not with food, but yeah, it's an uncountable noun. Yeah. So we can see that we have 2 ways for the uncountable noun. But the first one, you must put how many grams, kilos, whatever. Or the second way is how much, and then you can straight away say the uncountable noun. How much rice? How much sugar? How much flour? How much sauce? Okay, so we had questions like, let's do some examples. So, for example, how many kilos of rice or how much rice? How many lemons? How many glasses of orange do you want? Or how many oranges? You could do how many oranges if it's the fruit. How many capsicums do you want? How many kilos of cheese? Or how much cheese do you want? What other examples do you have? So I'll give you 2 minutes to write one for how much, a different one, not the ones that I used, rice, sugar, orange, cheese. Pick another noun and write your sentence. How much and how many? And that's the rules here. Okay, so I'll give you 2 minutes and then we'll come back and check it. Okay, Shirley, what's one of your examples? Yes. How much milk? Yeah, because it's an uncountable noun. Yeah. How much milk do you want? Yeah. Or how many liters of milk do you want? Okay. Sebastian. You can do how much or how many. Think of any fruit and vegetables or drinks, ingredients, you know, to make a cake. Like what do you want to say? Sultanas, capsicums, cucumber. Pick any noun, any food noun. Fish is uncountable. So how many kilos of fish do you want? Yeah. So let's go with how many kilos of fish do you want? Yeah. Yes. Because it's never in the plural. You don't say fishes. It's becomes not one fish, two fish, three fish. But we can say how many kilos of fish, because we know that they sell fish by the kilo. Yeah, no, it's an irregular, it doesn't have an S. So the plural is fish. How many fish did you catch? Well, you could do that one. How many fish did you catch? Yeah, fishing, exactly. So how many fish did you catch? So you could do that one. Yeah, how many, because it's a irregular, it works in both. How many fish, yeah, did you catch? So it's an irregular, it works in both. Franco, what's your sentence? How many strawberries did you buy? Yeah, how many strawberries did you buy? Strawberries, it does work because it's a countable noun, 2 strawberries, 3 strawberries, but usually we don't buy them separate. We buy them in packets. So, I mean, it's true because it's a countable noun. You could say how many strawberries. Maybe how many strawberries did you like pick? You know, because if you're picking the strawberries from the tree, how many did you pick? Or really, how many grams of strawberries did you buy? Because they come in packets of grams. Well, do is the present. So it's like, how many do you buy every week? Like you're asking in a general, oh, how many do you buy every week? Or, but is it a past action that happened? Then how many did you buy yesterday? Or if you came back this morning, I'd say, oh, how many did you buy? But really, how many grams of strawberries did you buy? Because it comes in a packet. We don't buy them separately. You know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Cherries. How many grams of cherries? How many grams of nuts? How many grams of almonds? How many grams of cashews? How many grams of Brazilian nuts did you buy? Because again, they come in a packet of grams. So you got to think, how do I buy it? Do I buy one almond? No. I buy grams of almond. Oscar.
How many
packets of cheese? Cheese doesn't, it really comes in grams or kilos.
Yes.
Yeah. How many grams of cheese did you buy? Yeah. Because again, how do we buy it? It's usually you see on it says how many grams, 600 grams. So it's more how many grams of cheese did you buy, or how many grams of cheese do you want? Juanita. How many bottles of yeah. What did you use? Juice? Oh, you don't need to say. How many bottles of mangoes? How many bottles of mango? How many bottles of mango juice? Actually, yeah. Did you buy or do you want? Yeah. How many bottles of mango juice? Because we know they come in bottles. So yeah, how many bottles of mango juice? Because it's different to the fruit separate. That would be how many mangoes do you want? Because you can buy them separately. How many mangoes? 5 mangoes because it's countable. Okay, good. Let's go to the next one. We have to match some of these sentences. So you can write these ones as your examples. Okay, we need, what's the sentence? We need some chicken. 1C, we need some chicken. Now some, because I don't know how much. So in general, you just say, oh no, I forgot to buy some chicken. Oh no, or oh, let's go buy some chips. Let's go buy some burgers. Let's go buy some almonds. Let's go buy some, we don't know how much, it's just in general, like more than one. Let's go buy some pizzas. Let's go buy some whatever. Unless you want to say exactly, we need 2 chickens. We need 2 packets of chickens, or we need 5 chickens, whatever. But in general, when I just want to say more than one, let's go buy some chicken. Number 2, are there any lemon? Are there any lemon? Are there any onion? Onions. Now, any, do you remember we learnt is with, are there any onions? It's in plural because you're asking in general. When we speak in general, we say, oh, are there any onions? Because if you want one, you would say, is there an onion? But are is plural, so we use any in plural. Are there any onions? Are there any tomatoes? Are there any lemons? Make sure it's plural. So any is used in a question for plural nouns. It just means more than one. Are there any? Do you have any? It's the same question as, do you have any onions? Okay, so make sure any is used with plural nouns. Please buy 2. Now we can see the plural. Please buy 2. Yeah, please buy 2 kilos. Again, it could say of rice. Please buy 2 kilos of flour. Please buy 2 kilos of something. Uncountable noun. So you should see the structure. That is an uncountable noun because I have a number, kilos of something. That's an uncountable structure. Chop and, now, and means one. And the word must come after, it must be with a vowel, A-E-I-O-U. Chop an onion. Yep. So singular, chop, one, because and just means like one. But because the word noun starts with a vowel, A-E-I-O-U, chop an onion. I'd like a, now a is singular. I'd like a banana, please. 5A. I would is a polite way to say I want. So if you're ordering something, it's always nice to say I would like. I would like a banana, please. I would like a pineapple, please. I would like a kiwi, please. Do we need a? Now, a is singular. Do we need a? Do we need a lemon? So only one, because I'm asking, do you need a? So you can see any and some are used with the plural. And if you just want one, you say a or an. Okay, we've got a conversation. So A will be Jonathan, two, and B will be Jimena. Yeah. So do you want an apple? In the, yeah. Number 4. Oh, sorry, Sebastian. Yeah, that's why sorry. Jonathan too is not here today. Yeah, sorry. Oh. Yeah, and so pronunciation, because it's a short word, we need to make it and. Do you want apple? Yeah. No, I don't eat much fruit. Yeah, I don't eat much fruit. Why not? A lot of. For you? Yeah, so let's look back. So fruit is it has to go with much because it's uncountable. So how much fruit, how much rice, how much milk, how much flour, they are uncountable nouns. So that's why we said I don't eat. We made it a negative, much fruit. And because it's also we use a lot of with countable as a question or as a statement, affirmative, sorry. So a lot of fruit is good for you. That's a positive affirmative sentence. It's not a negative. The negative was I don't eat. It's an affirmative sentence. And we use a lot of in affirmative. With countable and also uncountable. So a lot of fruit is good for you. I know, but I prefer other food. I eat a lot of pasta and pizza. Yes, so again, I eat a lot of because it's used with uncountable. So we know pizza and pasta are uncountable because we need to say 2 packets of pasta, 3 packets of pasta, 4 packets of pasta, or 1 slice of pizza, 2 slices of pizza, 3 slices of pizza. They are uncountable nouns. So we need to use a lot of. Yeah, do you eat a lot of Italian food? Yeah. Do you eat a lot of Italian food? Do you eat much Italian food? It could work both. Maybe because food again is uncountable, we could go with much. Because much is also in question. It's not in question. Do you have much? No. I think a lot of, because much, we don't use it in questions. Do you have much flour? So yeah, I'm going to go with a lot of. Because a lot of, we use it in questions. This is an X. This means not questions. So maybe I'll put a line like that. A lot of. Because a lot of, we use in questions. We don't use questions with much. Can you see how I crossed off much? Yeah. Yes, so you can say how much as when you start the question with how much, yes, but not do you eat, not with that structure. Do you eat a lot of Italian food? Yeah. It's like saying, do you eat a lot of rice? Do you eat a lot of cheese? We don't say, do you eat much cheese? Do you eat much rice? It's uncountable. And we do not, we do it in a question with how much, only when it begins with how much. But question not with do you. So maybe that's the difference. You do not make a question with do you, but only, yes, question with how much. So I will put question, but how much, yes, but not do you. Okay, then we have back to, yep, Sebastian.
Are there many Italian restaurants in your town?
Yeah, are there many Italian restaurants in your town? Now, many, because many is used with countable nouns. So restaurants is a countable noun. 1 restaurant, 2 restaurants, 3 restaurants. So are there many Italian restaurants in your town? That just means in your area, in your city, in your town.
No. No.
Okay, no, not many. Yes. So because it had, are there a lot of, not many, because not many is used in the negative with plural countable nouns. So remember, restaurants, you got to look at the noun, is a countable plural. Okay, so you got all the rules? Confusing? That's the rules. So I've tried to write them in a way that gives you a little bit of an idea of a rule. But that's the rules. Okay, so now we know how to use countable and uncountable nouns. We also know how to use a or an. That depends on what letter the next word starts with. If it's an A, E, I, O, U, then we say an, like an apple, an orange, an elephant, an something. And if it just starts with a consonant, which is every other letter, then you say a school, a teacher, a cucumber, a tomato. Some, any, a lot of, many, and much. Okay, a lot of rules to know, but that's the rules for them here. So maybe let's talk about the rules first before we continue. Any is used in questions, negative, but not in a positive affirmative sentence. So I could say, do you have any apples? Or negative, I don't have any apples. A lot of is used in affirmative. So I have a lot of apples. It's used in a negative. I don't have a lot of apples. It's used in a question. Do you eat a lot of apples? And it's for both countable and uncountable. Many is only for countable plural. In questions, I have many apples. Also in negatives, I don't have many apples. Much is used with uncountable in questions only when it starts with how much. How much cheese do you have? How much flour do you have? How much sugar do you have? But not when you say do you. It's not used in that way. And it's used in negative. I don't have much flour. I don't have much rice. Okay, so that's the rules there. So let's look at these vocab. So we have bag, chicken, juice, lamb, milk, oranges, peppers, pierogi. Not sure how to pronounce that. That was the Poland dish. Potatoes, raisins. Remember, we also say sultanas, satay, and tin. Now, which one's a fruit? Oranges and raisins. Which one are vegetables? Potatoes, capsicums. We don't say peppers in Australia. That's why I changed it to capsicums. Remember, you have red capsicum, green capsicum, yellow capsicum. Which ones are meat? Chicken and lamb. Drinks, juice and milk. A dish, that means a meal. Satay, and pierogi, yeah. And which one are containers, like a tin and a bag? Yeah. Let's match these words. So now we're talking about uncountable nouns. How do we know? We can see the structure. It's got the word of. It's got, we have to say slice, glass, packet, tin, and then of, and then the noun. So that's your rule there. The rule is you say a, whatever word, glass, packet, kilo, kilogram, liter, of, and then the uncountable noun. So the first one, what is that? That's a slice of pizza. Yeah, it's only one. You don't say one pizza, you say a slice of pizza. It's like saying a bag of rice, a kilo of chicken. What's number two? A glass of water. Yeah, a glass, it's only one. I can only see one. We don't say a water, we say a glass of water. Can I please have a glass of water? Or I would like a glass of water if we're at a restaurant ordering. Number three, a packet of pasta. Yeah, a packet of pasta. If we want another one, what do we say? If I want another one, what do I say? Can I please have, so not one, I want, can I please have 2 packets? Yeah, we put an S here. We don't put the S to the noun, we put the S here. Can I please have 2 packets of pasta? Can I please have 3 packets? So make sure you put the S here for the plural and change the number. This becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the last one is a tin of tuna. So the T is like a tuna. Okay, that's the type of fish, tuna. Okay, so now we know how to talk about different types of food. We know how to describe how to make a drink or recipe. We did that in a couple of lessons ago. And we shared that on Facebook. So let's look at these. We want to change the bold, the dark letters. So if I say, can I get you anything to drink? So that's what a waiter would say. Can I get you anything to drink? Or would you like anything to drink? That's a polite way to ask someone. Would you like something to drink? Is another way. Would you like something to drink? Would you like anything to drink? And you can reply, yes, I'd like whatever the drink is called. Yes, I'd like a glass of water. Yes, I'd like a glass of Coke. I'll have a bottle of water. So this was I will have a bottle of water, or I'd like a bottle of water. So it comes from would. I would. We say it is I'd. I'd like a glass of water. Would you like to order? So again, would, because it's very polite, we start our questions with verbs. Would you like to order? Are you ready to order? We'd like the bill, please. Remember bill? You can also say we'd like the tab. Or can we have the bill? Now remember, have is we is plural. So maybe there's 2 people. Can we please have the bill? Okay, let's talk about when you go to a cafe or restaurant, what do you normally order for breakfast? So let's make full sentences. So for breakfast, I normally order eggs. For breakfast, I normally order pancakes. For breakfast, I normally order waffles. What do you normally order? What do you normally order for breakfast? Bread? Just bread for breakfast? Bread and something? For breakfast, I normally order, if you're at a restaurant, toast, maybe toast with jam. Yeah, you could say toast with jam. Toast with jam. Bacon, eggs with bacon. You could say eggs with bacon. Yeah. So we need full sentences. So for breakfast, I normally order and what? Put the meal. Remember, it has to be a full meal. Eggs with bacon, pancakes, waffles, toast with jam. Does anyone order something else? Maybe for breakfast, I normally order coffee, a long black. Does anyone have a dish that they want to tell me? What do you normally order for breakfast? Water? A glass of water? For lunch with a friend from school or work. So maybe for lunch, I normally get a sandwich. I normally get rice with beans, tuna. Yeah. Chicken. Yes. Chicken, pork. Yeah. For lunch, I normally get a salad. Maybe we can have a salad. Or a steak. I don't know. Maybe some people eat very steak. For special dinner to celebrate something with friends and family. So for a special dinner, I order, remember you're at a restaurant, I order pasta, steak. What else? Spaghetti, pasta. What do you normally order? Chicken parmigiana, T-bone. It's a type of steak, yeah. What do you normally order for dinner, a special dinner at a restaurant? Okay, so now we know how to order a meal. We know the polite way. So remember, we're going to be saying would, I would like. I would like. We know how to talk about different meals. We did a menu a couple of lessons ago. Do you remember the menu? And we had spaghetti bolognese, seafood pizza, steak and fries, burger, maybe burger for lunch or for, yeah, let's go sandwich. I don't think anyone eats a burger. It has to be more like a burger. A meat burger, chicken burger, fish burger, vegetarian burger. There is a fish burger. Yeah. Lasagna, yes. Yeah, good. For lunch. Or maybe here, lasagna for special. Lasagna, yes. Okay, so we know how to order at a restaurant. Okay, so that's the review. Now, next lesson, we're going to be talking about past lives. So we're going to be using the past simple. So for our action words, when we want to talk about what happened in the past, we put an ED to our action word. So for example, I worked, I played, I saw, I spoke, I read a book last weekend, I traveled somewhere last year. So we're going to be using the past simple. And we're going to look at some irregular verbs because some of the verbs don't have ED. Okay, questions and talking lots about the past. So that's what we'll be doing next lesson. So I'll see you then for that next lesson. So Min, we finish here. I'll see you next lesson. So bye, Min. See you guys and see you all next lesson to do that.